guys, I'm Chris Kaler.
And I'm Amber from Kyuujin, and today we are back again to guys with Loki. Episode 3 of Season 2.
This one is called 1893.
Ooh.
We saw the thumbnail. Good costumes. Pretty cool.
Good man on hat. Nice.
Yes. So last episode we found Sylvie after, I want to say torturing Brad. It wasn't so much torturing as, it was manipulation. But still, we scared him quite a bit. Brad, who was in cahoots with ducks, and still he fled and went back to a life he used to have when he was undercover. And he became an actor, and he was just living a life, and which was weird considering he seemed to agree with what ducks wanted to do. But still, we tortured him for information. Loki got back to his roots a little bit. And he told us where Sylvie was, and we found out that dogs wanted to destroy all the other timelines that were being created, so we arrested her. Now, though, all the timelines that managed to, be created have been destroyed. Sylvie's pissed. We're pretty sure she's coming back, but she's pissed. And we have found Renslayer.
We did?
Yeah, so this is pretty much where we left last episode. A bunch of sadness and people dying, and Sylvie being pissed. But we have a mission. So let's jump in this episode and see what happens next. Don't forget to subscribe, you guys, if you want to see more of these episodes, and check out our Patreon for the full-length reactions.
Alright, let's do this. Old song, old time maybe?
1893. That's a cool version of the song.
Oh gosh, could you imagine all the adventures with man, hat, and old clothes?
Let's fight! I'm just glad that they're traveling this season. We get to see a bunch of costumes.
Oh, that's why we're gonna be there then.
So she stayed there a while before we found her.
Oh, miss, we can see your ankles.
What took you so long? You told me I was going somewhere important, that I was going to meet someone important. Did you bring what I asked?
I don't like Miss Minute. She's such a manipulative, two-faced bitch. She's an AI, but still.
The one at the end of time. He told me that we need to put this package in that window. It was his plan, meant to protect all of time. When he's back where he belongs, you and I will be right by his side.
Never trust
So instead
that.
of being the boss, you're gonna be the minion.
Was that him when he was a kid? The fucking guidebook. Here's what you need to create.
Well, isn't that not a loophole but a time paradox? Because this is what
It's a paradox.
created,
Yeah.
right?
He created the TVA, Ouroboros wrote the book, but then you send the book back so he creates the TVA.
Yeah. A long time has passed since then, right?
Well, the title is 1893.
That's what I mean. A long time has passed since then.
I love that look on him.
Right here, Chicago, 1868, to the same spot, 1893. How much you go to the same place twice?
Well, the kid is an adult now, so...
Yeah.
Cracker Jack concession stand is a high-traffic area. It was necessary and logical to go there.
Mobius just takes food everywhere he goes. Why not?
What is this sightseeing?
I'm not sightseeing. Listen, we have a different style. I take a more slow, deliberate, cerebral...
Touristic approach.
This has to be a joke.
Oh, well.
Does it make you a little homesick?
It's completely inaccurate, first of all. You could reduce an entire culture down to a simple diorama. Such poverty of imagination.
Somebody feeling a little left out that they're not
Yeah.
there.
Why did they include Boulder? No one's even heard of him.
You know, sometimes I forget that you're one.
Yeah. He's a god.
I said it last episode, it's easy to forget who he is.
Yeah.
Especially in this show where he dresses normal, acts normal. Thor's not that tall. He's
A little bit of
butthurt.
resentment.
There's a part of me that wishes we could meet Thor in the show. Just so Loki can have closure and Thor can have closure. Let's just hope we see her before she sees us.
This is it.
I think she's here. You think? She does like a good drink. And so do I.
Can't say he doesn't live his life to the fullest.
There she is. Do the scene.
She she notices you, it's a chase all over again.
Yep. Oh, the burn of the TVA. Nice.
Is that balloon?
Time is everything.
Oh my god, the pause.
It moves, it shapes our lives.
He's just like Einstein.
Yeah, a bit.
Even though in 1893 Einstein is not.
But I mean, I got Thomas Edison vibe, I don't know why.
Oh yeah, it could be that. It's the hair that made me think of Einstein, but...
Can shape
There he is.
it.
PTSD!
Mermaids. You made him sound like this terrifying figure.
That's before, or actually that's after.
A chaos of particles is transformed into order. With my device, I aim to light,
The world.
to power the entire planet. Laugh it off as pure science fiction. But if it can be dreamed, it can be achieved.
I actually like that.
Science is fiction. It's fact.
Damn, okay?
Welcome to the future, my friend.
It's impressive. I'm just curious though, he seemed against the idea of having all his variants fight each other. So why would he give power to one of the variants?
Maybe you lied to us? Wouldn't be surprised?
Thank you.
We need to talk about your future.
There she is. She's talking to her guy.
Take as many moments as you like. Step aside.
I
As
got
I
a
was
crush.
saying, where can we talk?
That's quite a device you've got there, Timely.
Oh listen, they could steal what you just created.
Albeit one that I was thinking more along the lines of a partnership.
Oh, he's probably dumb. Let's steal his idea, make him think he's winning big.
No, I don't do partners. Excuse me. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, good. And he's still the villain, but I don't want anyone to take advantage of him when he's like that, young and naive.
I will be taking all formal bids. I'll give you 6.
7, 8, 850. Step aside, Holmes Walkler. I was here first.
$1,000.
What does he say in Austin Powers? $1 billion.
I believe we have a deal.
The thing is, it could be a character. Pretends to have a stutter, pretends to not understand business as much as he should, but it's all manipulation. Like the look he gave, I think, is a plan. Make the stakes higher. He's not done.
With our help, he'll be all he's meant to become.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid about.
So maybe it's just that now that he's dead, he's found a variant that he could turn into himself again.
Oh, okay.
My associate and I would love to tell you about a little business. It's true.
But Mr. Timely and I are in the middle of discussing
Renslayer, this is only going to take a minute.
Do you all know each other?
colleagues.
It's a long time.
Are we
I can
all
hardly remember.
I can hardly remember.
My money back, Timely. These trousers don't work.
You look taller to me.
Yeah, of course, because you're kneeling.
Perhaps I could come by next week. Maybe adjust settings.
Next week.
Next week.
Fine.
You're a confidence trickster.
Luminary is the word you're looking
Luminary,
for.
of course.
Yes. The concepts are bona fide. I just need the crude technology of this era to catch up with my visionary mind. Of course.
Your inventions are fake. Timely.
Excuse me.
No, it does give me a vibe of Tony Stark's father. What was his name again?
Howard.
Howard. He might not have the technology yet to do it.
There's no escape from this carriage. There's a thief in there. There's a thief wearing me.
Bye-bye.
Sorry, we got a development.
What's up on
Heads
your
up,
end?
Casey has had a really weird tempad reading.
About 10 feet from where you're standing?
Looking here really good. Getting away. We have that in common. Sylvie!
Oh,
Sylvie, no!
Sylvie!
Well, I knew she was coming back.
Get out of my face and let me finish the job!
Fucking man!
We love you, Sylvie, but sometimes you gotta follow the plan.
You asked me what I would do if one of his variants turned up, and I told you then, I'd kill him!
No, we kinda need him.
Without his help, the TVA will be destroyed.
Let it burn! Do you care about anything but the TVA?
It's see the bigger picture.
But if the loom fails and the TVA is destroyed, they won't be alive to go back to.
Can you understand that?
Do you think I'm gonna get any joy out of killing that man?
Then don't.
Where do you think he got that book? If you and the TVA hadn't messed with him, he'd have remained harmless. But instead, you weaponized him.
He weaponized himself.
Maybe you're right. Maybe we should throw him off this Ferris wheel.
Maybe not.
The TVA needs him. The lives they protect need him.
To hear Loki be the voice of reason is weird, but he's right.
I can't let him live.
Ah, fuck. Stop fighting!
Mr. Timer.
Miss Minutes?
Yeah, this is your moment.
She's a ghost. Happy Halloween.
This way. This is on you.
If you hadn't showed up, we would be gone already.
He's mine. Rat bags. I beg your pardon. Take him. He's not yours.
Yeah. You don't want to face the Norse god.
He's lashing out a little bit more, but I think it's because he's pissed they didn't put his statue.
So, what's this latest work of yours that's so important?
The key to understanding and manipulating
A
time
bad.
is a throughput multiplier. It could help you with your loom. I always knew my ideas were good. I just didn't have the technology to make them.
That's the thing when you think ahead of the time.
It's always been that with geniuses and stuff, like artists who are never recognized for their work until they die.
Yeah.
Aww.
Thank you. I'm starting to see the man you'll become.
What if the conversation Loki heard between the He Who Remains and Ravonna hasn't happened yet, and this is them together later?
Maybe.
Well, maybe she has worked with the original He Who Remains who we killed. That would make her very, very old.
I have high hopes for this partnership.
Did he say he doesn't do partnership?
Well, depends on the partner.
Uh-huh.
He literally said, well, he doesn't technically know it's her, but he called him. Whoa!
No. He don't do partnership.
Partnership. You had to do it.
She manipulated the. Bitch. She's jealous. I was actually seeing it. The relationship.
Yeah.
You can't trust He Who Remains. When she's tired of getting backstabbed, maybe she'll start helping us.
You're so much like him. I'm so happy to be here.
You are an AI, Miss Minute. This wouldn't work.
I'm ready. Let's go.
Now, what's the rush?
This sounds like it's going somewhere.
I was worried that you wouldn't come with me. That you liked Ravonna better than me.
Oh my god. She's actually
Is there
scary.
a sketch of me in that journal of yours?
Not yet, but
Nudes.
I'm sure there will be.
Draw me like a Swiss clock.
Long before the TVA, I was just a simple AI. Just something to play chess with. But you knew I could be more for you. So you gave me autonomy to write my own programming.
Oh, that's
I
dangerous.
was allowed to have... And still, each night we played chess and talked.
A loyal friend.
More than friends.
Did he know that you're more than friends?
Oh, he doesn't know her. She sees the other him.
Yeah.
Why didn't you allow me a real body?
Well, that wasn't me.
We could truly lead together.
I think that you're the real villain, girl.
That's
Not him.
Well, since she's manipulating him to do what the others want, well, the other him
You
wants,
just kept me as your thing instead of what I could have been. Your girl.
Well, that's creepy.
What are you doing? Put that down. Don't do this for a change. You need me. I love you.
Ooh, she's starting to creep him out too. I get it. Hormonal
Lover's
clock.
thank God.
It's too late. You betrayed her.
Ooh, that's a huge broomstick.
I was entrusted with this mission by He Who Remains, not his variant. So from now on, I'm the one in charge.
Are we clear?
You're the boss?
In a way you go, girl.
No! No! Step away from him. We need him.
What are you doing? You have lost your way.
After all those years of doing your dirty work, making the hard decisions you never had the nerve to make, I put the TVA above myself.
And what are you
Who are
doing
you
now?
to lecture me about losing my way?
You have no idea what it takes
She's got the big stick. Be
to
careful.
act, to keep order. All that matters is order versus chaos.
I think she's gonna brood him.
I'm order.
Oh, Sylvie, for once I'm happy you're here.
Yeah, but don't kill the variant, please. I don't think that is the answer. Seriously, no.
I'd rather she tries to kill Ravonna.
Does it need to have more killing?
They mentioned the reason why she was pulled out of her timeline. Maybe we can bring that back. You were meant to be a hero.
Please. I haven't done anything.
No, you will.
It's kind of like you.
Yeah, give him a chance.
No one gave you a chance and you're pissed about that and you're gonna do
True.
that to him.
I can make my own choices.
That's true. It's home.
Can you see yourself in him? Can you? Be careful, she's sticking up in the back.
Get him out of here.
Thank you. You did the right thing, dear
Don't make me
Sylvie.
regret this.
Things gotta get good at one point.
You have some matters to settle with Ravonna.
Do you remember now why you pulled her out of the timeline? It's kind of personal.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose I've been a box you've been wanting to take for a long time.
Deserved.
I've killed you 1,000 times. In my mind, it's crippling, that kind of obsession. I'm starting to realize that. It's power for you, isn't it? That's what you want. A seat at the end of time. Be careful what you wish for.
Oh, she's sending her right there, yeah. You wanna be, yeah, you wanted this, I'll give you this. But you'll realize how fucked up it is, sad and alone. And
This is who is remain?
He who remains.
He who remains?
And supposedly the one with whom she made plans and stuff, so. Okay, she still has that.
Love you.
Darn.
It was foolish of him to make an enemy out of someone who knows all his secrets.
She is the true enemy.
Really big one about you. I can tell you, but it's gonna make you real angry.
What? What is it? They won't tell us. Fuck.
Next episode. Don't tell me that she's his daughter or something.
We'll see. Wait. Okie dokie. The whole variant problem.
What
I mean, as complicated as that gets, it applies to the villains as well.
It was technically approached in the first season with the fact that with the different variants of Loki, they're not the same.
And to assume that they're all gonna be villains, to assume that they're all gonna go the same way, and like that's bullshit. And so He Who Remains, I understand why he was saying, you know, to avoid the war, because undeniably all of my variants end up doing this. And so he kills all of them and keeps control, makes sure that they don't appear again.
I mean, they technically do have the potential to being a great villain.
No, but it's always that with the show. It's always a situation where we have proof that it's happened in the past, and it would be it would not be it would be kind of a good idea to stop the problem before it gets created. So get rid of the timelines, get rid of the variants, but by doing that, you assume all of them are going to turn villains, and then you steal from them the chance to prove that they can do better. So if that applies to Loki, that applies to Sylvie, that applies to every one of them, it also applies to He Who Remains. Yes, the one that, you know, has been through this, you know, saw the war, saw how it happened. Although he was there, but we can only trust him. You know, if we want to see what happened and what happened and stuff, we can only trust his word. He's the only one who was there. So who's to say that that's real and that's not just him wanting power, so he made sure that no one could steal it from him? I don't know. But to do that, to do what he's doing, is to steal free will from all of his variants, and consequently to all the other variants, because to stop him we need to destroy all the timelines. So if we want to be fair with characters like Loki and everyone else, we kind of have to be fair with He Who Remains. So, and I said it in this episode, yeah, like Victor is actually pretty nice. Like, he's charming and he's got big ideas and he seems nice, and he hasn't done anything now, yet that explains why it's okay to kill him now. So I'm glad that Sylvie didn't do it. I'm glad that she listened to reason, because it is true what he said totally applies to her. And if she thought it was, an injustice to do that to her when she was a child before she had done anything, because...
It could have been the same to him then.
Yeah, she can't, like, in order to, do good, you can't turn into your enemy. You can't do what the enemy's doing and condemn them, but think it's okay for you to do it. So there you go. Same with Ravonna. I'm actually happy that she didn't kill her, but instead sent her where, a place where... Well... Sylvie has enough blood on her hands, and I think it's good that she's starting to let go a little bit of her grudge. Mm-hmm. She still has a lot of work to do on herself, but we'll get there. In any case, it was a really big test for her this episode, and she did great. Again, like, we need to stop fighting because this is getting old. It's fun. I'd like to see them fight, but for my little heart, I need them to be friends again. I need them to team up. Stop fighting. So anyway, and speaking of team ups, now we'll team up with Victor, which will be awkward, but it will happen.
Well, I do wonder what he will be able to do with the technology that he needed to create his invention, because, like I said, it kind of reminds me of Howard Stark. If you've seen Captain America, or mostly Agent of Shield. Agent Carter. Sorry, and that he had so bright ideas for his invention, but not the means to do it. So usually most of them do not work. So it's pretty funny because it kind of reminds me of the same thing. So
it's a big tragedy to have such an incredible mind, but to be stuck in a time where you can't accomplish any of those ideas.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, in his case, all of his inventions or so have to do with time. So it's actually a funny thing that he's met them all, because now he gets to explore the TVA, he gets to meet Ouroboros, who created this, and I said it like with a very big accent, I'm sorry. Ouroboros, who wrote the fucking book. And like the whole paradox of him creating the TVA, which led to Ouroboros writing the book, which led to him finding out about the TVA, and then you're going full circle. It's insane. But it also opens the door for change, because it's not like Sylvie said, like, you're gonna do those things. I know she didn't follow through with the threats and stuff, but she said, you're gonna become him. But then, no, that's not true, because the one that started it all is the one that created the TVA, and, he had a problem to solve, so he solved it in a certain way. But now the problem has been solved. We're somewhere else. The TVA already exists, so this guy is already taking new steps in a new direction.
So you mean he might be able to reform the TVA to a better image, to a better function?
The whole point of a variant is that he goes another way from the main one. So if let's say that the main one is He Who Remains, who Sylvie killed in season 1. He took a path that led to certain things. That happened. That's in the past. It's gone. He's dead. He wanted this variant of him. He specifically chose him, for whatever reason, to be manipulated, controlled by Miss Minute. Ravonna was meant to give him the tools necessary to at least get started with everything and maybe take control again and get control of the TVA, bring everything back under control. So that was his original plan, but by definition, what this guy is, receiving the book, he's trying to recreate what already exists. It's not like he's solving the same problems. It's not like he's taking those exact same steps. It's already a different path, because the way he got this information was different. So there is a very big chance that he could be our ally, that he could be our friend. We will see though, because He Who Remains seemed very confident that in every, timeline, every time he tried to make things good, all of his variants would turn up and travel through time and travel through the timelines and stuff and try to kill each other, which would lead to the destruction of the world. So he seems to say that all of them do that. So is there still a chance for this variant, Victor, to do that and turn on us? We'll see. I hope not, but at least at the very least, we'll have him to try and help with the problem at the TVA. So there's that. That's kind of solved. And he would be a powerful ally. So we'll see where that goes. But yeah, I do get the feeling that Miss Minute might be the real enemy here because...
there must have been a reason why he never gave her a real body.
He didn't want to give her that much power.
Yeah.
Or maybe he just assumed that she was meant to be a tool. Like, she sees herself as an equal, a partner and stuff, but he doesn't do partnership.
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't want... Maybe he never wanted to... Like, he gave her compliments to manipulate her, keep her by his side, and keep her, working for him, but deep down, he never really meant to give her that much power. She's meant to be...
She's just an invention?
She's an invention. She's meant to be below him, not on the same level. So maybe he never had respect for her at all, and she's just, He's the creator. He's the one that made her who she is, and he's got the power to make her even more than what she is. So she's infatuated, but now she's been betrayed. So
she's really infatuated with him.
But she's been betrayed, she says she has a lot of secrets. One of which is about Ravonna, and she says it's gonna make her angry.
But seriously, is she? I don't know, but I have this idea that maybe she might be his daughter or something.
Ravonna?
Yeah.
I don't know. There are so many variants.
With all the timelines and stuff, and the time paradox and stuff.
But why would that make her angry? Because he manipulated her, he took her memory, maybe?
Maybe.
Well, I don't know. Maybe. If there are variants...
She could be his daughter, she could be his wife.
He's been, we've just saw one of his variants on Earth as a human, so there's a chance that one of them could have had a daughter. That's possible. Or his wife, potentially.
Yeah.
Someone that was linked to him, maybe. I don't know. But I want to know.
Like she could be his daughter and he put her in charge of the TVA. So he basically stripped her of her own free will. And
that's the thing with Ravonna. Like, she keeps saying she's order and she's the one that kept the TVA, working and stuff. And she keeps putting herself above everyone else. Like, yes, you were aware of a lot of shit, but... In my mind, you've always been the same as everyone else. You've been pulled from your life. You've been told things, manipulated. Maybe you've been, possibly her memories were robbed as well. Like, you think of yourself as this bigger, better being, and you think that, everything that works right at the TVA is because of you, but you're a victim too. Stop fighting this side of your life and start helping us.
I kind of understand why she might think that. If for so long she knew what was going on with He Who Remains and the lies, but she had to still put up with it,
At the end of the day here, it's because the whole problem is a problem which has no good or bad side. I totally understand the ones who say He Who Remains is bad and his idea to, destroy all the other timelines and keep the sacred timeline working, keep the TVA, how that works and why that works, even though it means making sacrifices. I totally understand those who are like, I hate that, let's kill him, like Sylvie. But I also, even though I don't agree, I understand the people like Ravonna and even Docs in a way who are like, we need to keep the sacred timeline the only timeline there is, because that's how you keep order, that's how you, that's how you get rid of war, that's how you keep peace. But I don't agree with that because it means killing a lot of people, it means making a lot of sacrifices, and who are you to play God and decide who gets to live and who gets to die? I've never been okay with that, but I understand why they think this is the way to go. Kind of like how when you had Loki and Sylvie at the end of season 1 fighting each other, Loki understood that to get rid of He Who Remains, that meant possible war, that meant possibly the end of the world. This is big. I get why he was scared. I also understand why Sylvie was freaking out over that, because he did steal her life. He did do that to a lot of people. for no reason, because he's just to steal from them the chance to prove themselves or the chance to do right is bullshit. So there is no good or bad. They're all kind of gray, because each path leads to possible destruction.
They all have their own reason to be right, and technically all wrongs. The way
But I
they
mean,
approach
both
it.
paths lead to potential destruction.
Yeah.
It's just that one leads to a better conscience. Like if I kill He Who Remains, I am not responsible for the death of the people in the timelines. But in a way, though, you are kind of responsible if they die because of a war that happens. I will say again, though, all we know about this potential war is what He Who Remains has told us. And can he be trusted?
I don't think so.
I don't know. That's the thing. Anyway, it's always cool to see them wearing costumes from back in the day and have them travel to places, and I love that. And I love that we're doing
might
this.
have a bit resentment with the fact that he wasn't even a figure on the temple. Like,
Which
you got Odin, you got Thor, you got Balder.
Which is definitely a funny thing in the show, but in reality, why would Loki be a being that they put on a statue? He's one of the, like, speaking Norse gods, he's one of the most well-known Norse god there is.
Well, he is well-known, but I'm pretty sure that when you won't have temples...
You don't want to revere
the
god of mischief.
I would have put maybe Freya, the goddess of fertility or something. But
It's true
I
that
understand why he wasn't put up there.
He is the god of mischief. You don't really want to pray to him or something, but still, it's always funny to twist a knife. I don't think Thor is ever going to show up in this show.
No.
But I kind of wish he would, even if for just a minute, like just so we can have closure when it comes to that. Like they're playing it as a funny thing, but
his real brother Thor or
any
his
brother Thor,
variant brother Thor.
Any brother Thor, so Loki can just have closure.
He won't have closure if it's not his real brother.
His real brother, then. So he can at least know.
If it's his brother from another timeline mother, he's not his brother.
But then again, like his real brother, like Loki is a variant. There is another Loki who kept going, who died. He's dead.
True.
So his brother, who we know, his Loki is dead. But considering he's got the power of the Tempad and he can travel through timelines, there is still a chance he could show up in the timeline where Thor is and be like, "Hey, bro," and Thor will be pissed. Once again,
brother, once again.
Although I don't think, like, with everything that's been going on in Chris Hemsworth's life and stuff, I'm not even sure he's coming back as Thor. So maybe I don't think he's gonna show up in the show.
Did you see that he did his last movie with Thor?
He also said, I mean, it depends. Like some articles say,
Love and Thunder, sorry.
Some articles say he's gonna come back for another one. But other articles say, since he figured out a few things about his health, that he's gonna take a hiatus and stuff, and he's not coming back. In any case, it's still it would be a big cameo to have him in Loki, and it's a show about Loki. You don't really want others to be there, but it's my love for this relationship and my love for this character, Loki, and how he interacts with people in his family that makes me want this to happen. But still, I think he's in a way, he's kind of turned the page on this, and he's moved on to everything, and he's got bigger problems right now.
The existence of the universe.
It is fun, though, to see him play the hero, to see him speak reason and think before he acts and not let, his anger take control. We've never really seen him like that, and since season 1, it's just been astonishing to see him make this change, so it's cool.
We always say that he has potential to be someone great, not just a villain.
Well, yeah, he kind of proved that even in the timeline, in the Marvel movies, he's proved it. It's just that in the end, he got killed. So he never really had time to live up to his potential. But he did help. In the end, he was on our side.
It did get help.
Some people say he's not actually dead because he used his non-dominant hand to attack Thanos or something, and so people assume that since it's not his dominant hand, it's an illusion, kind of like a mirror illusion.
Really?
I don't think so, but like it's still something you could play with if you wanted to bring him back. Although why would he pretend to be dead when there's like this huge war that you need to help people with?
I don't want to be a part of it.
I'm just saying that with everything that they've introduced in the show, and even Multiverse of Madness and all of that, the multiverse, like there is a way to bring him back. It's just I don't know if it will ever happen. In any case, it was a good episode, and we've got a lot of questions from this one, so hopefully we get some answers this season.
Well, I mean, it did, but of the fact that it's not because you're supposed to be the same person that you are the same person. And
well, he's fucking in love with Sylvie, which makes it weird if they are the same person.
No, but I mean, do you remember in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness? There's a scene where his what was his love interest name? The one played by Rachel McAdams.
I don't remember. I have
a
blank.
This one, she compares his fractures with his hand, and they said that they are different. Like both of you, you had an accident, but your wounds are totally different.
Of course, they're not from the same universe,
so they're not the same. Just the fact that she wasn't she wasn't his past love.
I mean, he also proved it. Like spoiler alert, but one of his own version of himself betrayed America. That's her name, right? America Chavez. So he betrayed her and tried to steal the power to save the world, whereas the other one refused to do that.
True.
So it's not because you're a variant of yourself that you're gonna make the same decisions, that you're the same person.
They all have the same potential, but doesn't mean that they're gonna use the same way.
Yeah, I mean, even if it was yourself doubled, like if it's literally you twice, and you try to take the same, path, you're not gonna have the same experiences. You're not gonna think the same way.
It's kind of the same when we talk about when you create a clone of yourself.
I just said that.
Yeah.
I literally just said that. When you have another you that goes through the same.
I was in another timeline. I didn't listen.
Okay. So we're gonna move on because it's getting late. You keep yawning, and that makes me yawn. So, really good seasons so far. I really loved all the traveling, and I hope it keeps going. We'll see next episode if we can get some answers about what happened with Miss Minute and Ravonna.
Can we make peace with Sylvie?
Yeah,
finally.
I think we're going there. It's gonna take time, but we're getting there.
Thankfully, we all the talent we need in this show, right?
Yeah, there is a war coming. So thank you guys so much for watching this episode with us. If you want to see the next... No, that's not right. The next one isn't there yet. If you want to see the full-length reaction to this episode, it is on Patreon already. You can check it out. The link is in the description below.
And if you want to see the next episode, it's going to be on YouTube next week.
Yes.
So we're going to see you then.
Bye.
Bye, guys.